Hey everyone, I just wanted to show you real quickly how I do my gymnastics unit. What you can see here is all my gymnastics mats are out on the floor, and there's just two gymnastics mats connected together. And when the students come in, they find a blue rectangle. Sometimes I split them up into color groups because I have 6 different color groups. Sometimes I let them just sit where they'd like. So after they come in, I have them standing there, and then we go ahead and we do the Just Dance game. And as you can see, I have it over here on my projector. There's the Wii, and there are the remotes. We're getting ready to do a song, and 4 students at a time will come and they stand inside the yellow box here as they play the game. And everybody else, while those 4 students are playing the game, everybody else is kind of practicing. I say that because I tell them, you never know, you might be next. You want to really kind of anticipate the moves and be able to know exactly what to do. And after the students do their dance, whoever is in first place at the end of the dance gets to write their name on the Just Dance Wall of Fame board. And when they all have had 2 turns, because I rotate the students around, we do 2 songs a class, so it takes about 5 or 6 classes for everybody to have 2 turns. Then if any student writes their name twice on the Wall of Fame board, then they get to be part of the dance-off, which is against me. Now I'm going to show you the PowerPoints and things that I use after we do our Just Dance. Okay, so after I do my Just Dance with the kids, then I go ahead and I do relay races down the mats. So I have a bunch of videos that I've taken off of YouTube, and also been able to screen record some apps using iOS 11 on the iPad to be able to record some of the skills and things on certain apps. So when the students see this, then they know that they're ready to do some relays. First ones are bear crawls. And again, these are just videos that I found off of YouTube, and then I turned them into animated GIFs. Duck walk forward, spinning plank. And I usually just do 3 every class. So that's kind of like the fitness section of our class. And then I'll do some different ones. Army crawls, duck walk sideways, dragon walk. That's a hard one. The kids really like that one because it's challenging. So again, I just have a number of these different ones that we do. And again, I found different resources, and I probably have, I don't know, maybe 50 different animal relays that all the students do. Ape walks, wounded bear, things like that. So then after I do the relays, I'll show what I do next. So now I have my gymnastics PowerPoints ready to go. So we've done the Just Dance, then we have our animal walks, and now we do some gymnastics skills. So one of the first things I do with the students is the basic body positions. And I just go through these slides and I have them do different types of body positions. And I'll do some, little bit of stretching here and there when they're in these positions. I'll play Simon Says as well. If they, I'll say Simon Says straddle, Simon Says tuck, Simon Says pike, and then I'll go over them again back and forth just to see if they're paying attention, and just a little spin to the game. And then we'll do different body positions, front support, back support. And again, I took all of these pictures off of certain apps and things. There's one called Head Over Heels, which I highly recommend you getting. It's great on teaching gymnastics, and it has a lot of great information. And then we do some balances like the D-stretch, feet to head, the dish, the arch, and then the arabesque, and a shoulder stand. Again, these are all different balances that I have the students try, and they'll perform them for, I don't know, I give them about a minute or so just to kind of try them out, and then I'll ask if anybody would like to show everybody else how they do it. And then eventually what I end up doing is I have the students, I split them up into 2 different groups, like one side of the gym and the other side of the gym. And I'll say, okay, we'll give an easy one. Let's say, all right, we're going to do the shoulder stand. So half of the gym you're going to be performing, the other half are going to be the judges. So I'll say ready, set, go, and then everybody does their shoulder stand for anywhere between 5 and 10 seconds. And then I'll have one half of the gym have the students point to the one that you think looked the best. And this is up on the projector, the shoulder stand picture, so that way they can kind of always reference back to it. And I'll usually pick 3 kids to say, okay, tell me why that shoulder stand was the best. And then they can sit there and go, well, their feet were together, their hands were underneath their hips, their body was nice and straight. So I'm really looking for students to provide feedback to the students that are performing the skills. So then after I do all of these balances, the frog balance is a favorite, we do jumps and rolls. And again, these are just animated GIFs that I used the screen recording feature on the iPad to be able to record these off of the Head Over Heels app. And they just play over and over again. And I put some lettering on there as well. Not that yellow sticky note that comes on the app itself, but I put some lettering through the animated GIF maker. tuck jump, straddle jump, half turn, full turn, and then we do the dish to the arched log roll. So we've done some jumps, now we're going to do some rolls. Sideways roll, circle roll, and it's great because after I do this with the students this year, then I have some videos and some pictures of students actually doing these pretty good, so then I can use those for next year. And then the partner circle rolls is always a great one, good cooperative one that the students have to try to do together. And then we do the rock and roll, getting ready for the forward roll. And then they do the rock and roll to the standing position. And once again, I'm just taking this information off the app, doing some screen recording and turning them into animated GIFs. And then they progress to the forward roll. And then variations of the forward roll, the dive in, tuck out forward roll. And then the dive in, straddle out forward roll. And then the backwards roll. And then we go into some leaps, falls, and challenging skills. So just the split leap, students try. And then the stag leap. And then the cat leap. And then I have the cartwheel. And then there's some that I found on YouTube that I really liked. The Swedish fall is always a favorite the students to do. And I tell them in this one they have to fall soft like the snow. Because gymnasts, when they perform, they don't make any noise when they hit the ground. They don't go, oh, yeah, and they all start laughing, but it's true. They try to be as quiet as they can. And then the dead man's fall, this is just a video of a student that I had years ago who did this. And I was like, it's just the perfect, because about halfway down he puts his hands out, catches them. Nice and soft. His toes are almost on a hinge as he goes down and catches himself. And then the shin spring. And then I found this one, which I thought was just a neat, funny one, was the flying squirrel, but it's a good gymnastic-y kind of one. And then there's partner balances, and these are off the Head Over Heels app. This is a different app that they have. They have a couple of different ones, and again, get them because you will definitely use them. Just all different partner balances. And I know that there are some of the apps out there that have some drawn pictures, but I really do feel that having pictures of actual students or actual gymnasts performing them is a lot more effective than just a drawn picture. So, just some of the ones that I thought that the students would be able to handle and cooperate well with one another as they do them. And then I go over briefly some routines. I don't have them perform routines, but I do show them what a routine looks like.
Once you've learned lots of these skills, you can start to put them together into routines.
And then I just show them a sample routine that I found online. And I'll have them try them down the mats. And if there's more pictures. And then there's some Star Wars balances at the end, sorry. So that's basically what I do with gymnastics. And again, I do about 5 or 6 classes. And the students really do enjoy it. And it's a variety of things that we do during the class, from the Just Dance to the relays to the skills and stuff. Frequently I hear students say to me, you mean we have to leave? Like the class is already over, because I try to jam a lot of different things in there. A lot of good experiences for them, so they'll walk away with a positive experience of gymnastics and things. And I always tell them, the most powerful people in the world, the strongest people pound for pound, are gymnasts. And afterwards, a lot of them realize it, because it's hard work to keep your body balanced and rolling and things like that. So that's how I do gymnastics.